Have you ever gone to the store and try to buy bourbon and you see all these labels and you see one that says mash bill and you wonder, what is that? What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Garage Mind. I'm going to talk about something I haven't talked about in a while. Bourbon, because I love bourbon. I'm a bourbon nerd. So guys, if you're just starting out in your journey or you want to watch some bourbon content, guys, do me a favor, like, subscribe. We're trying to build a community here. We're going to talk about mash bills today. So we all know that bourbon has to be 51% corn. Now we're going to talk about the secondary grains chosen to accompany the corn that dictates the baseline flavor. Now, mash bills are the grain profile, and there's 3 different kinds, and we're going to talk about those. So traditional bourbon, if you will, is low rye. It uses about 10 to 15% rye alongside the corn and barley. It offers a classic, highly balanced flavor profile featuring sweet notes such as vanilla, caramel, and a light touch of that oak. For example, Knob Creek 9-year traditional bourbon. Wild Turkey 101 is another one. There's a bunch. Now we're going to get into high rye bourbon, guys. That contains about 20% or more rye. The extra rye cuts through the sweetness of the rye and it adds a bold, spicy, and peppery kick. I tend to like those more. Sometimes it has like a mintier vibe to that, and it often carries notes of baking spices, nutmeg, or cinnamon. And that, examples of that is Sazerac rye. That's one of them. Stag is a higher rye. So it's always going to be like the higher ryes, and those get really interesting to me. It's got like that spicy, leathery kick, the high rye on there. So then the final one is the wheated bourbons. And these tend to be people's favorites because they're a little lighter, a little softer on the palate. So wheated bourbons replaces the rye entirely with wheat. So the rye is gone and it's wheat. That's the final grain. This creates an exceptionally smooth, soft, and sweet spirit that tastes of, honey, brown sugar, and toasted pastry. So guys, that's the rundowns for mash bills, and they could be different too. All different mash bills. There could be a 4-grain. We won't get into that, but that's just obviously an added grain. It's 4 different grains for that. So if you guys enjoyed this content and you're looking for more knowledge on bourbon, guys, hit like and subscribe. We're trying to build the community here in the Garage Mind. I'm Tony, your buddy in the garage. See you on the next one.